is a body sand area, and now we'll take any of the machine tool marks out and get this completely perfectly sanded, redefine these curves. They have to be extremely well sanded here because even a very slight little scratch will show up in the final product. Everything gets final sanded right before they go to paint. Right behind me over here is the cabinet manufacturing. This is an Eden bass amp. Those are Randall cabinets. Then they'll come over here and get sanded before they go through the wall, where they start applying the Tolex and loading the speakers and loading the electronics into the amplifiers. This is right after the cabinets have come through the wall. We call it coming through the wall because there's actually a hole cut in there. And one of the first things they do is they'll come in and black out the insides of these things. And then they'll start laying glue on it and spreading the Tolex or vinyl or carpet is going to be on that particular model of amplifier. And then they'll keep sliding down this roller chassis to have subsequent operations done to it. Once the vinyl's in it, they'll load the speakers or whatever component needs to be loaded in. And by the time they get to the back end of the line, they're ready to be boxed and shipped. One of the first operations we do to these things when they come in is we'll hit these with a vinyl sealer, and then if they have open grain wood like a mahogany, we'll set them back out here and get them pore filled, where we actually run a little grain filler into them, let them sit overnight, and then they come back through this poly step where we actually lay down the hard base coat. And it'll get 3 shots, 4 shots of this base coat depending on the wood that it's being laid over. This is Chewy Dazinski. He's our artiste that works here. He's working on a couple of customs. I'm going to let you tell him about them.
What we're going to be working on just in the near future here, they printed this out for us. This is real tree camo. We've printed out this size, and we're going to be painting it on that guitar you see right next to it.
So when the guitar actually comes out of the paint booth, we've leveled it, we've polyed it, we've color coded it, we've clear coated it, we've done all the taping operations, and it's been oven baked twice. And they'll come out here now and get sanded down at down to about 1500 grit before they go onto the buffing wheels. And the buffing wheels, we got 3 separate steps. The entire guitar gets buffed in these stages, and it'll come down in the third final polish stage over here, and that's pretty much the stage that you see when you purchase the guitar. They are all clean, all perfectly shiny, all flat, and they move on down the chain to have the parts assembled on them and have them set up. You can see that they get sub-assembled in different stages. The wiring harnesses are not in here yet, but they've already started to mount the pickups in them. Very, very crisp and clean routes around the pickups and the tremolos. And then after this, we'll put the tuners on it. We'll wire in the harness, and then it'll move on down to the setup guys. So at the end of the chain, the setup guys are going to come in here and put all of the hardware on it and all the parts. Make sure that the nut height's right, that the bridge height's right, that the relief in the neck's correct, that it plays well, that it makes no buzz, that all the scratches are completely buffed free. And then move down to the final inspection station where they're given one last look over, one last little polish up, and then they go into the box.